Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Rizqy Fridion with student identification number is 21130222036 from class B of group 9 Lampung University. Okay, in here I will explain about power plants. Definition of power plant is an industrial facility that produces electricity from primary energy, which primary energy is a source of energy in its original form before undergoing transformation into final energy or electricity. Most power plants use one or more generators that convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. The exception is a solar power plants with use of photovoltaic cells or not turbines to generate this electricity. And the next is uh, types of power plants. There is a sum of types power plant is the first hydroelectric power plants, wind power plants, solar power plants, nuclear power plants, and the last is coal-fired thermoelectric power plant. Okay, at the first is hydroelectric power plants. Is electricity produced from generators driven by turbines that convert the potential energy of falling or fast flowing water into mechanical energy. In the generation of hydroelectric power, water is collected or stored at a higher elevation and led downward to large pipes or tunnels or penstocks to a lower elevation. Next is work of hydroelectric power plants. The theory is to build a dam on a large river that has a large drop-in elevation. The dam stores lots of water behind it in the reservoir. Near the bottom of the dam wall, there is a water intake. Gravity causes it to fall to the penstock inside the dam. At the end of penstock, there is a turbine propeller which is turning by moving water. The sap from the turbine goes up into the generator, which produces the power. Power lines are connected to the generator that carry electricity to home and mine. The water continues past the propeller that took the tail race into the river past the dam. The next wind power plant. The function of a wind turbine is to use blades of some shape to catch the wind kinetic energy. That push from the wind makes the blade turn. Moving the drive shaft, they are connected to the shaft, then turn a pump of some kind or pushing the energy into generator. That creates electricity can be used right away or stored in a battery. The process for an electricity generating system when turbine includes the following step is wind push blades. A windmill or wind turbine is located in a place with regular and consistent winds. The air movement push specially designed blades that allow the wind to push them as easily as possible. Blades can be designed so they are as push upwind or downwind on their location. And the next is kinetic energy is transformed into mechanical energy. Kinetic energy is the free energy that's come from the winds. For us to be able to use or store that energy, it needs to be changed into a usable form of power. Kinetic energy is transformed into mechanical energy when the wind meets the windmill blades and push them. The movement of the blade then turns a drive shaft. Next is electricity is generated in wind turbine. A spinning drive shaft is connected to a gearbox that increases the speed of the rotation, which in turn spins a generator. Therefore, the gears end up spinning much faster than the blades being pushed by the wind. Once their gears reach a fast enough speed, they can power a generator that produces electricity. The gearbox is the most expensive and heavy part of the turbine, and engineers are working on direct drive generator that can operate at lower speed. The next is transformer convert electricity. The electricity produced by the generator is AC or alternating currents electricity. A transformer may be needed to convert that another type of electricity depending on local need. Next, electricity is used or stored. Electricity produced by a wind turbine might be used on site, more likely to be true in small or medium-sized wind projects. It could be delivered to transmission line for use right away, or it could be stored in a battery. The next is solar power plant. Working of solar power plant as the sunlight falls over a solar cells, a large number of photons strike a region of silicon. Solar panels are usually made from silicon installed in a metal panel frame with a glass casing. When photons or particles of light hit the thin layer of silicon on the top of a solar panel, they knock electrons off the silicon atom. Electron and hole pair will get separated after absorbing the energy of photon. This photovoltaic array charge creates an electric current, which specifically is direct current or DC, which is captured by the wiring in a solar panel. The DC electric is then converted to alternating current or AC by the inverter. AC is the type of electrical current used when you plug applications into normal wall socket. The next is nuclear power plant. Nuclear fuel or heavy element such as uranium or U-235 is in the reactor core, and the reactor core is in the reactor vessel. The fuel will undergo a fission reaction or a nuclear reaction when the atomic nucleus is divided into smaller parts and produce thermal energy that isn't in the fuel material itself. In order for this energy to be utilized, the fuel must be cooled using cooling water. So this cooling water will flow into the reactor core from below, then take heat from the fuel. Thus the temperature will rise and then come out to the top from the core to then enter the steam generator. In the steam generator, the energy contained by the water will be used to evaporate the water that will enter the turbine. The cooled water will then be returned to the reactor core. The steam turbine is coupled to the generator. Turbine is coupled to a generator that produces electricity. The resulting electrical voltage is then increased using a transformer for long-distance transmission purpose. Okay, last material is coal-fired thermoelectric power plant. A large thermoelectric power plants like this burns a lot of coal that has been ground into a fine powder by a pulverizer is blown into a furnace-like device called a boiler and burned. The heat produced convert water which run through a series of pipes in the boiler to steam. The high-pressure steam turns the blades of a turbine which is connected by a shaft to a generator. The turbine connected to generator. The generator spins and produces electricity. That's all material from me. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.